This is the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather in the United States and the Soviet Union, in China and Zimbabwe. This was the first World AIDS Day. It was organized by the World Health Organization and aimed at what is now an international scourge. CBS News medical correspondent Susan Spencer reports.
The day was meant to force people to look beyond statistics, beyond the 60,000 deaths, to the human side of the AIDS epidemic. To remember the dead, but to remember the living as well. Don't let life get you down. From Hyde Park in London to the AIDS-mobile in Amsterdam to the Curie Labs in Paris, the emphasis was on education to stop the spread of AIDS.
Из них свыше 8 миллионов.
Even Moscow joined in, conceding in a remarkably frank broadcast that the Soviets now have more than 100 confirmed cases. In the country with the most cases, school children were learning the basics.
Treat them like you would treat any other person. And you could get them by using drugs or sharing needles.
Volunteers in Los Angeles kicked off a month-long food drive for impoverished AIDS patients. San Francisco's mayor toured the wards at San Francisco General.
Well, there's a lot of people who care about you and want you to do well, so you just hang in there.
The former head of the president's AIDS commission urged that people stop thinking about AIDS in terms of the so-called risk groups, gays and drug users.
It's a great danger in this country to set those risk groups aside and say, well, do we really need them anyway? What an inhuman and tragic symptom of our times here.
A sentiment echoed at an official government ceremony in a public reading of letters from AIDS patients.
I want to be held in another's arms and for one brief moment feel that all is right with the world.
Remember this day, your children lost and your children still fighting.